Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Kat.
And this is our top 5 Walking Dead comic book figures made by McFarlane Toys. And we each made a list, and we're going to go from number 5 to number 1 for each of us.
And I think our picks are similar again, like they have been.
Yeah. Okay, Zombie Kat's going first. I'm going to start off with your number 5.
My number 5 pick is Penny.
Penny
A whole
Zombie.
bunch of shit.
That is one really cool zombie figure, especially of a little kid.
Yeah, that's part of it. Is I love that they made one of the little kid zombies. I wish they would make one of the bunny slippers girl.
Yeah.
From the show. That was a pretty cool one.
Yeah, the Walking Dead.
Or Sophia.
Walking Dead action figure member Billy Page. There's a bunch of people on there. They've been talking about the bunny girl zombie they want to figure, and I would like.
I think they all call her the teddy bear zombie girl.
Oh yeah, teddy bear zombie.
I call her bunny slippers because that's what I remember from it.
Bunny slippers, yeah. But she's just creepy. She looks like she's from some other horror movie or something, like Exorcist or something. She's just creepy looking.
And she is kind of poseable for a little kid. Like, her legs don't move that great, but you can move her around at the waist really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've been wiggling around the whole time. Her arms and her waist move really good.
Yeah.
Which, for a little kid zombie, you don't really need to move their legs that much.
Yeah. The thing I remember that's really bad about her, though, is her feet and the stand she can't.
Yeah, her one leg's all wonky.
Yeah, she won't stand on her stand right. But the figure is awesome. And the accessories also are awesome.
Yes, that's one of the reasons I picked her as my number 5, because she comes with all these fucking fantastic accessories.
It comes with the governor's little fish tank with a couple of heads. One of the heads is the other Michonne's pet, so I don't got that right here. But there's 2 of the heads, and then it comes with a little bucket that the governor feeds her in. That includes Rick's hand that was recently cut off, somebody else's hand, a leg, a foot.
There's like some intestines or something, isn't there?
Yep, her intestines. There's a heart and an arm. So that's a lot of really awesome accessories.
That just reminds me of the big skull bucket full of body parts that we have in our living room.
Yep. We got a little Penny in the basement we're feeding. That is a really awesome figure.
Okay, my number 4 pick is Rick.
Nickelodeon.
This is probably one of my favorite Ricks. This one and the one that I picked from the TV series, top picks. Those are the 2 best Ricks in my opinion. I really like this one. I
do too. This is like damn near perfect for a comic figure Rick.
Yes. And he comes with his chopped off arm, comes with a little axe. They did a good job of putting the blood on him. He doesn't look ridiculous like the other one with his messed up stains that you're talking about.
Yeah, the blood splatter is really cool. I don't know why they're so different on the TV figures.
He just looks good. The only thing I would say is a little bit weird is his cheeks are almost a little bit too rosy.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
He looks a little flushed. That's the only thing that I would say bad about this entire figure, because he's really good.
Yeah.
My number 3 pick is one of my favorite characters from the comic, which is Negan. Of course, with Lucille. I have the Lucille shirt, and I wear it to work, and people are like, what the hell is that? And I have to explain it, because even if they watch The Walking Dead, they don't know what the fuck that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried to see what they do with him on the show, because I don't think he can be who he is in the comics.
I know, he can't.
It's not gonna work. He can't say fuck every other word on TV.
Nope.
So I'm probably not gonna like him as much.
Unless somehow the people who make the show are like, hey, we're the most watched cable show ever. Let us say fuck.
I don't know if that'll work.
I don't think it'll work either. AMC seems to really be strict about what they want to do.
And it's just, if they replace it with tamer swear words, it's not going to be the same.
No.
But I think they did a really good job on this figure. He looks like a big, intimidating badass with his biker boots and his leather jacket. I fucking love him. I think they did a really nice job on the figure.
Yeah.
My number 2 pick is Andrea, who is, I would say, my favorite character in the comics. Which is part of why I hated Andrea in the TV show so much, because she's the complete opposite of comic book Andrea, who's fucking awesome.
I know.
She's such a badass. I love her.
And the TV Andrea, I thought maybe at the end of season 3 she was going to come around and become this, but nope.
No. Not happening, man. Never going to be cool. Now she's dead. Thank God.
This figure's just awesome.
Yeah, it looks exactly how she should look. That's like, I mean, the comic books in black and white most of the time. The covers are in color, but I don't, like, when I picture stuff, I don't picture it from the covers because they're different.
The only thing that bugs me, and I don't know if it's just on certain figures, there's a line right on her head. And that's not supposed to be there. It's like a seam.
Look at that.
Yeah, it might not be on everyone's, but it definitely shows up on this one.
Yeah. But despite that, she looks awesome.
The
I
face
love
is
her.
awesome, the scars, the posability, the paint, everything is pretty much awesome about this figure.
And now we get to my number 1 figure. The fucking Mohawk Zombie. Punk Rock Zombie. I absolutely love this figure. I have this as my dangly on my rearview mirror. And he has been my dangly for like a year now. I'm considering switching when the Pincushion Zombie comes out. But I think I might have to still have the Mohawk Zombie somewhere in my car. He's just fucking awesome. I love him.
He dropped his guitar. Yeah, he's the Punk Rock Zombie.
I call him the Mohawk Zombie.
Well, he's also that.
The one in my car has his mohawk glued onto his head because it wouldn't stay.
I think this one's glued on too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Because it comes off really easy and I want it on there.
Yeah, the one in the car, I glued his mohawk on, and his one arm kept popping off, so I glued it on too. Mm-hmm. And one time, I took my car somewhere to get fixed, and they took my Mohawk Zombie off my rearview mirror and tossed him in the back of my car, and I had to find his arm. Because his one arm's glued off, and the other one was missing. I'm like, who fucking does that, man?
They probably were scared of it. Thought it was creeping them out. Probably some old
of a, like, 5-inch tall toy?
Yeah.
Whatever. Jerks.
Okay, my picks are very similar. They're a slightly different order and there's a different character mixed in. But, here we go. My number 5 pick was very hard to pick. It was between 3 different people that I was trying hard to decide which one. I ended up going with this zombie. And the thing I like most about this zombie is the way he rips apart. Because you could take off his head, like he got chopped off by Michonne or something, or Rick. And you can pop off his arms, and like it's painted to look like it's his bones in there. And also he rips off at the torso, and then he can become like a crawling zombie. His guts and ribs and stuff are showing there. And I think he comes apart to legs, but I had trouble with that before. I'm not sure if the legs really work. And he's somewhat posable for a zombie, because most of the zombies aren't very posable, but he's not too bad. His elbow joint's stuck at the moment for some reason. And he just looks like a ordinary zombie, which most of the zombies are some kind of themed zombie, but he's like a regular zombie, which they don't make very many regular zombies. So that's why I picked him. I just like him. I wish there was more regular zombies and they had these pulled apart parts too.
I think the big reason why I don't like him is I don't like his belly shirt.
Well, it's ripped off.
It just looks funny.
Okay.
It's ripped off rather uniformly as a belly shirt.
Well, I think that's because it makes the seam for him ripping apart good.
I know, which he looks... If you take just the top part, I fucking love that part. He looks really good there. But as the whole zombie, I don't like him as much.
Oh. Well, I think he's really cool. My number 4 pick would be the Negan figure.
Negan!
I remember when this figure was announced to be exclusive for Black Friday, I was like, holy shit, they're making a Negan. Like, I didn't think they would come out with a Negan so fast, and they did. And I was like, wow, can't believe they're making him. And I just think the sculpt on him is amazing. It's really, really awesome sculpt. The paint jobs are really good. And he looks like a dickhead. Big muscular asshole, just like he is.
But the perfect dickhead. I love him so much. He reminds me of me. Mostly the way he talks.
And most of the poses you'd want him to be in, he can do with his arms and everything. His legs aren't very posable, but that's okay because he don't really do much with his legs anyway.
Yeah, it's not like he's karate kicking people. He's got a baseball bat.
Yeah. One thing that bugs me, it's not a big deal, but his knife. Because he's got a big-ass knife that he basically almost chops somebody in half with his knife, and this is just a little thing. think they could have gave him a bigger knife.
But if you stick it in the sheath and don't look at it, it looks good.
Yeah. This figure is just awesome. My number 3 would be the punk rock zombie. Now this, being the number 3 zombie for the comic series, is my favorite zombie that McFarlane has made for The Walking Dead.
Yes!
It's my favorite zombie for the TV show or the comic. It's just an awesome zombie.
It's my favorite figure, honestly. At this point, it is my favorite figure. I love it.
It is really well done. Like, it's like a themed zombie, but I'm okay with this one being a themed zombie. They just did such a good job on it. And he's fairly posable. Like, his arm moves around well. He can't really bend at this elbow, but this elbow can bend.
We can't show you his ripped off scalp because we glued his head on.
Yeah.
But he has, like, if you pull his mohawk on, like, his brain and shit is exposed. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
He does have rip apart parts. However, on this one it kind of bugs me because, well, both of them bother me because they fall apart easily. But still, the sculpt's really cool. I really like this zombie. The color and everything. It's just...
I just remembered what I went on and on about when we first got him.
What?
I want those boots.
Oh, yeah.
I would fucking wear the shit out of those boots. I want them.
They are cool. My number 2 pick would be Rick. And this is also, like Zombie Kat said, one of the best Ricks. I would have a tough time picking between this one and Series 6 TV Rick. And I think I would probably go with this one.
That's the one I picked, right?
What?
The Series 6 TV Rick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would pick this one. I think this one... Something about the way they make the comic figures, maybe it's because they're cartoony, they can get the likenesses to just look awesome, and when you're trying to go get the likeness of a TV person, like a real person, is harder. So I don't know if that's why.
We have to be more precise because we're used to seeing their face in HD.
Yeah. But
I would pick this one too.
I'd say this is the best Rick figure there is.
And that's saying a lot because there's like 5 fucking million Rick figures.
Yeah. I love his chopped off arm. I like the blood, like we said. Comes with his hatchet. And I didn't think he had the big revolver like he does in the show, but they have it here, so maybe he does. Because it seemed like I didn't really notice his gun too much in the comic. I always noticed the hatchet. He uses that hatchet a lot.
Yeah.
But maybe he has a gun like this now. I don't know.
And it seems like they pay more attention in the comic to the fact that you shouldn't really use guns that much.
Yeah.
In the show, they're just like, this looks cool.
They shoot a lot in the show.
It's like, you should fucking quit that, dude.
I think there's somebody on the show who's a real big gun enthusiast because they show off so many types of guns on that show. It's like somebody on there wants to be like, ooh, we gotta use this kind of gun, it's cool. Not that that's a problem, it's just a difference I'm pointing.
Somebody needs a Tommy gun.
Yeah. They'll go to like
that would make me happy.
They'll visit the antique place or museum and pull out some Tommy guns.
Dude, they'll steal the clothes too and dress up like a fucking gangster and use a fucking Tommy gun. That'd be awesome.
And you could probably guess what my number 1 pick would be. And that is Andrea. And I will say that I had a tough time picking between Rick and Andrea. I'm not really sure who I really pick out of 1 and 2 between them, but I just had to pick somebody. So Andrea is number 1. Because, like you're saying, I just think, other than this stupid line on the top, I just think this figure's damn near perfect for how she looked at this time. I mean, she's just an awesome character.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the line on her head, I would have had a hard time choosing between her and Punk Rock, because she is, between the show and the comic books, my very favorite character of all is Andrea in the comics. I fucking love her. She's awesome. Yeah,
she's pretty freaking cool. And the detail on this figure is just amazing. I love it. So now we're going to mention our honorable mentions, and I'll do mine first because one of them is one of the ones you picked, and that would be Penny. Like, we just went over her in a lot of detail, and I really had trouble picking between her and that other zombie I picked. She could have easily been the number 5 for me.
She is a really good figure.
The next runner-up we both had as a runner-up, and that would be the Michonne Figure from Series 1. Now, one of the reasons I picked this one is because this is the very first Walking Dead figure I bought. I wasn't planning on buying them because they were so small. And I thought, I really liked Michonne in the comic, I'll just buy this one figure. And I bought it, and I loved it, and that's what got me into buying other ones.
They did a really good job on her. The only thing I don't like is her face is weird.
Yes,
her eyes.
It's just odd. And also the expression, that's another thing in my review of this figure is, like, even in the show and the comics, she most often has a very serious or angry look, and she does not look...
She just looks bored.
Or scared. Frightened, maybe slightly annoyed, I don't know.
Well, I think the thing that makes her expression look so weird is that they have her eyes, her pupils are like really tiny to the side, and it almost looks like she has white zombie eyes from a distance.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like she has no pupils. It's just weird looking.
And the other reason I really like this figure is the accessories, because if you read the comic, the accessories she comes with besides her sword are pretty memorable. She comes with a drill, she comes with pliers, a hammer,
And a dirty fucking spoon
well, it's not actually painted to be
that
dirty.
you shouldn't eat with pudding with. You
Yeah.
should not eat pudding with that fucking spoon, man.
These are the weapons she uses to get revenge on the governor, and she tortures him with, and she does some pretty sick stuff to him. Stuff that I was hoping they would do in the show, but didn't think they would, and they didn't.
I was hoping they would allude to it in the show. I knew they wouldn't really go into it, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it wasn't in there.
Basically, Governor and Michonne just didn't like each other, and they had a fight on the show.
And in the comic, there's a way more fucked up relationship going on there.
They both... Governor tortures her first, and then she tortures him back, like, way worse.
He fucking deserves every minute of it, though.
Yeah. Also, Governor in the comic is a horrible person in every way. Governor on
He's
TV...
fucking sick. Like,
Yeah.
disgusting, sick psycho.
Governor on the TV show is...
You can almost empathize with him on the TV show.
Yeah. There's definitely on the side of evil with him, but there's still some good in him. Okay. Now, the rest are Katie's runners-ups.
The next one would be Dwight, which I think they did a really good job on him. I like how they did his head, his bandages, and everything. The number one thing that's a detriment to him is his poop on his stomach.
Yeah.
Why is it like that?
Yeah, it's supposed I don't know if it's supposed to be hair or if it's just supposed to be dirt, but it looks horrible. It looks really awesome on the preview pictures. And, well, even over his overall paint job looked awesome on the preview pictures, but here it's just sloppy and really brings it down.
I think everything else is good, just that stomach. That's it. That's the only thing that's bad. And it's horrible. It's a huge detriment to the rest of the toy. Like, it needs fixed.
Yeah. I was really happy about this figure when I seen it was being made and then getting it in person.
They did such a good job on his head. Like, I love the side of his head, how they did it. That burn mark. That looks awesome.
It is a really cool figure.
If it wasn't for that shitty pudding stomach. That's what it is. Carl went over to him and just smeared chocolate pudding all over his chest. Was like, hey, baby, what are you doing?
Creepy car.
I have one more runner-up, and that is Ezekiel. I don't particularly care for Ezekiel. I'm not a fan of his character. I think his look is kind of... yeah.
It's kind of
like
weird.
The stars on his shirt and shit, I'm just like, yeah, like, Michonne's kind of like quirky, cute. You just look like a weirdo.
Yeah, the thing that bugged me a lot is, I think we said, I don't remember if you were in the review with me, but the review of this figure, I think I said it, Ezekiel, it's like they decided to come up with a crazy old man, like, it's Michonne's dad. It's like and then they end up becoming lovers. It's just weird.
All that being said, though, this figure looks exactly how he does in the comics.
Yeah, it does.
The likeness is amazing. They did a perfect job on it for how he looks in the comics. I just don't really like him.
I like the sculpt on the figure. The main reason I didn't want to pick him is because the leg articulation is really bad, and the jacket hinders it also, and it makes him not stand up very well. He wants to fall backwards. You have to lean him forward to make him stand up, and I hate that. So that's...
There's a lot of figures that are like that. It really annoys me.
Well,
not Walking Dead particularly, but in general.
Yeah, this figure, it just doesn't want to stand up. He comes with a cane, which helps a little.
I just think his likeness to the comics makes him render an honorable mention. Even though I don't particularly like him, I do think they did a good job on the figure for how he should look.
Also, he should have came with his tagger. Yeah, we bought this tagger to go with him, and it's about the right scale, I guess, to be Shiva. So that'd be kind of cool if they would have included something like that. So that was our picks for the top 5 comic figures plus some runner-ups. And oh yeah, we almost forgot to mention an honorary mention because there's only one character from this. That would be Clementine from the video game. They only made Clementine so far, 2 versions, and it's really awesome that they made a figure from that game at all.
And they did a really good job on her. Yeah, I like her a lot. I wish they had made puffy hair version. We both do.
Season 1 version.
She's good.
Also, she could use a little better articulation. Her legs are pretty lacking in articulation. But I really like it.
I like the bloody one better.
And if they only made one figure from the game, I would want it to be Clementine.
Well, of course.
But I still think they need at least a Lee and a Kenny.
Yeah. They should make a crazy hobo.
Crazy hobo.
I can't remember his name, but I like that guy.
Well, that's our picks. So, this is my Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Kat.
And thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh.